Hey YouTube, I'm coming at you with the review for the latest episode of Empire. This was a really good episode. Let me just get right into it. The episode starts off with Hakeem. It's the next morning. Hakeem always has these orgy looking scenes the night after a big party. Bitches is covered in maple syrup. It's like, what the fuck were y'all doing? And then he talking about waffles. We got waffles. Like, all right. Maple syrup flavored STDs floating around there. So Jamal is waking up on the couch with his sponsor boo. And I'm like, why didn't y'all continue that play in the bed? Like, I mean, it could start on the couch, but it shouldn't end on the couch. Like, you got a big ass house. Why the fuck didn't you bring him to your room? So then we see D Major walking down the street, basically coming out. He's saying that he wants to be honest, he wants to live in his truth, and he coming to see his man Jamal. And he's getting all these like emojis across the screen because, you know, he's going live or whatever. So then all of a sudden he jumps up, him and the sponsor boo is getting dressed. The elevator opens and D Major comes out like, all right, y'all, I'm going in. And he sees them two getting dressed. I was like, God damn. It was crazy. Like, I was like dead watching that shit, just like, oh shit. So it was good. But then like, so the sponsor boo, he walks out and it seemed like D Major kind of grabbed his arm like before he walked out. But it was like he grabbed it on something like, I could fuck you too. Like, I don't know. But he like, sponsor boo left and D Major is like, this is what you wanted. This is what you told me you wanted me to do. You wanted me to come out. And Jamal had a whole attitude and he was just like, this isn't what I wanted. This is what I meant. And I really felt bad for D Major. I really do. And for some reason, I feel like he may possibly do something, like if they might have him commit suicide, because damn, Jamal, like, I kind of expected Jamal to be happier that he decided to come out, because that's a huge thing. But anyways, Lucius, Cookie, and the mama is in the office and they're discussing the fact that Anika is missing and that Tariq has something to do with it. The mama says that she was mad that Anika was still living in the house and then the white gonna give her a new job. Like, that's not part of the deal, son. What you doing? Hakeem is listening and Hakeem just looks so immature. Like, I just want... Can we have a point where Hakeem just puts on a suit and he just feels like a new man? I just want Hakeem to just get that wake-up call. Like, I gotta stop this shit. I can't, as a grown man, listen outside of a door waiting for news of my surprise party. That's no. You can't be doing that. Niggas looking at him like, boy, happy birthday, but we got other things to discuss. Like, listen, we can handle all that stuff later. They like, how are you sitting up here worried about your party and you not even worried about the fact that Anika is missing? And he like, Anika ain't come home? Like, yo, I swear to God, everybody looked at him like, nigga, really? Nessa is on stage singing to Andre. She's doing a wonderful performance. Yo, Andre looked like he was getting choked up. Like, Andre, I just love everything about him. So he just like, it looked like while she was singing, like he kind of like he like had to take a couple big swallows, like he was getting emotional. Like, what kind of good acting is that, bitch? But I noticed that shit. I feel like I saw that. I feel like I saw that. Nia Long walks up and she's just giving him mad sexual, like, you know, vibes. Like, the vibes are just flowing between the two of them. They're discussing the Vegas club deal and they want to talk about other things. with her having to do with Empire and Nessa's career. So they arranged to meet each other the next day at the club. When Nia Long gets up, she rubs his back in the back of his neck ever so seductively. I was just like, Nessa didn't peep that? Girl, I swore that we was gonna cut to Nessa looking at it like, bitch. Angelo and Cookie are having an argument about trust, and Angelo doesn't have much in her at the present time. He's going through her shit. Okay, now at the moment, what the fuck was he looking for? Because why are you opening up cabinets in my house? Listen, yes, I understand you're my boo, but we're not in the kitchen. I'm not asking you to cook shit. Why are you opening up random cabinets in my house? So he finds this gun, this pretty little gold gun with a little looking ivory handle or something. He finds this gun. He's like, why do you have this? What is this doing here? You know this is illegal in the state of New York. She's like, it was a gift and clearly it's from Lucius. And it was just like, nigga, calm the fuck down. Like, first of all, she's rich as hell. She's by herself. What the fuck? Was she supposed to have a knife? Was she supposed to have a taser? I feel like they're not going to work. They're not going to work because he's asking Cookie to change too much. It's just not. And I already see the demise of their relationship. She's in the public eye also, but it's clearly in a different capacity. She's not up to the same standards that he is or that his wife would be. So I just feel like Cookie is not going to be able to deal with him and his restrictions. So he asks Cookie if she's ever shot anybody, and Cookie has a flashback to Lucius's little rapey friend coming over, just showing up, opening the door, and Cookie has to shoot him in the leg because he trying to, you know, push up on her. Anika is with her parents. Her father has bought a little burner phone so that she could call Lucius to see if she could come home and explain the situation, tell them the plan with Tariq. D Major and Jamal are in the studio, and Jamal is asking him, like, what were you thinking? Like, why would you do that without talking to me? And D Major is saying, like, that's what I thought you wanted. Like, you said that we couldn't be together because I wasn't out. And Jamal is saying, like, you don't come out for someone else. You come out for yourself. But Jamal told him that he couldn't be with him because he wasn't out. So it's like, to then just say, like, oh, well, you can't come out for me. You got to come out for you. You can't be using my name in it. But it's like, but I just feel like Jamal was being unreasonable. I mean, even if he wasn't about to all of a sudden start a relationship with him, okay? Even if he wasn't about to just drop everything with Philip and go be with D Major, there could have been a more friendly compassion to that humongous gesture that he put forward. Like, he went to your house, he told the world he's already lost jobs. That's why also I think like something's gonna happen where he tries to commit suicide or does. I don't know, but yeah. Cookie comes in and fucks up the whole thing, and she acts like that overbearing mom and just rushes D Major out. And she was just so insensitive to me. It just seemed like, I don't know, as a parent, you're dealing with your grown kids, like their decisions. Why are you so aggressively pushing him? It just felt like she was just being too, and then I guess because she feels like he was supplying her, but like, your son is grown as fuck. She act like D Major was shoving the drugs down his throat. Jamal was contacting him for the shit. So Jamal is also not even sticking up for him enough in that aspect, the way I feel. So that's why I'm just feeling sorry for D Major right about now. Andre is against Hakeem live streaming his party. They have a big argument about it. Andre is worried about the cost. Hakeem clearly doesn't care about all that type of shit because he's an idiot. While I was watching the scene, something jumped out at me. It was just something I was seeing, and I'm just like, what is that? And what I spied was the tiniest little Oniel that you ever did see. It was the tightest little ponytail. It was one of magic at wondering how they got all the strands of hair laid down and then secured within the teeniest little black rubber band. And you had to put it around 3 times. Lucius's ponytail was tight than a sumbitch. That shit was micro mini. Was it braided? I don't know. That shit looked like a little nub. It just had me shocked, y'all. I'm sorry. It had me fucking shocked. I said, how dare you take it to this point? How dare you? Cookie walks into her hair appointment and she sees there's a woman in her chair. So come to find out, Nia Long has taken her appointment by dropping $2,000 to the stylist. So Cookie ends up having a whole situation occur and she has to leave anyway. But Nia Long gonna say like, well, we enjoy when the trash takes itself out. Hakeem's having his birthday party at the club. Everybody's having a great time for now. Tiana shows up and Hakeem's really happy. She looks gorgeous and she has a few friends with her. So Hakeem is saying like, baby, let's get this money. They want to get paid by the club owner. So he goes to the club owner, this little white dude with these 2 big black bodyguards behind him, and he hands Hakeem a bill. So he's saying like, oh, you thought all of this was free? Like the drinks came out of your appearance fee. And he was like, no, that wasn't the deal. And little Cookie assistant, what's her name? Porsha is on the side talking about that wasn't the deal either. So he's saying some rude shit to Hakeem and Porsha, and these 2 random dudes walk up flashing some guns. Like, what type of fucking security do y'all have? How the fuck these 2 dudes get into the club with guns? What the fuck? So the dude backs down, gives Hakeem the money. Hakeem talking about, I don't know who y'all are, but y'all can ride with us. Like, Hakeem is such a fool. Such a damn fool. One of them trying to link up with Tiana's friend, and Hakeem just going to introduce them to Kennedy, who clearly turns out to be the one that ends up in a fucked up situation. Anika makes it back to the mansion for Bella. So Anika opens the door all dramatic. Like, she opens the door all like, why you open both doors like that? Why you ain't just open one? So she opens the door. She comes in. Bella is not there. In walks Cookie and Lucius and Mama Lucius. So Cookie talking about dead bitch walking. Lucius talking about we should kill you right now. Mama Lucius talking about Dwight, let me do it. Yeah. When she said that shit, I died. I fucking died. Mama Lucius is funny as hell. I fucking love her. So Mama Lucius walks out of the room. She walks back in pointing Cookie's gun at Anika. Bitch, I thought she was about to kill Anika. I swear to God. I thought she was about to shoot Anika right there. And they was going to have to dump her body. Fucking, I don't know what they was going to tell her parents. Like, Anika never made it. And then try to pin it on Tariq. That could have been interesting. But, so Mama Lucius did not shoot Anika. Cookie says, like, that's the gun you gave me. But I'm like, bitch, why were you even in Cookie's purse anyway? Were you looking for mints with your old ass? Like, your old crazy ass. She just itching to kill somebody. Seriously. Especially Anika. Anika says that she knows that Tariq will do anything to get what Lucius has. And she has a plan to basically offer herself up as a way to not have to testify or to get him thrown out of the case. But why are you continuously offering up your puss to the lion men or lion related men? I'm really going to have to question this bitch if she even fucks Tariq. She better not fuck that man. Now, you do anything up to fucking him, you better not even kiss him. I'm serious. Like, you gonna you gonna be married to the daddy, have a baby with the son, and then have a relationship with the uncle / brother? Nah, boo. That's what Cookie said to her last week. Like, could you want more for yourself, bitch? Please? Please. Jamal is talking to the sponsor about coming out in the music business, basically saying why he was talking to D Major. And Philip is saying, like, oh, you shouldn't be trying to, talk to him out of sympathy or something. Like, and he's saying, like, coming out in the military is just as tough. There was this distorted $100 bill, big as fuck, in the background, and it was fucking with me, okay? Because a couple of times I'm looking at it like, wait, what the fuck is that? Like, why do I feel like I have to squint? I'm looking at them clearly, but I'm looking at the $100 bill like that shit is fucking with my vision right now. Tariq and Anika meet in the street, and she puts on this real innocent damsel in distress act. So Tariq basically acts like he wants to super save a hoe, and she clearly smiles because he's falling into her trap. But at the same time, Anika, you seem like you enjoy this shit. Like you seem like you enjoy being passed around, and I'm not here for that, okay? D Major is at Empire and his badge is not working. So I'm like, I know. Y'all motherfuckers did not deactivate his badge and not tell him? What the fuck? Philip comes up, all up in his face. He acting like he trying to be a friend, but it's like, nigga, you know the deal. D Major tells Sponsor Boo that he'll never be able to give it to Jamal like he did. And Sponsor Boo punches the shit out of him. Jamal runs up and Philip says that he deserved it because of what he said. And I'm feeling like we about to find out that Philip got some anger issues. And Jamal's basically like, sorry, I don't want you anymore. I fucked this dude last night. And that's fucked up. That's fucked up. We're at the performance where Hakeem's birthday party is being continued. I was about to call her Tatiana. Tiana is performing on stage. She has this really, really cute outfit on. I guess she comes out and it's like a little cake type thing. And she's performing. Jamal ends up coming out on stage too, performing together. They call Hakeem to the stage to perform. And then all of a sudden in the crowd, one of those goons from the club gonna try to press up on Kennedy, begging her for a dance. And he's like, bitch, I've been eyeing you all night. And she's like, don't be grabbing up on me. Like, dude's just Lord Jesus. Anyway, so he ends up punching the shit out of the girl. So Hakeem run down. Yo, it looked like two chicks were tackled. Like, it looked like that girl was hit, and then it looked like somebody tried to tackle some other girl. It was the whole melee going on. I don't know who fought who. Some random motherfuckers was up there fighting, some extras. Hakeem gets pushed, punched, thrown around. I don't fucking know. Dre is mad about Hakeem, hiring these little goons and paying them and making them de facto Empire employees because of what he did, and then making Empire liable for his assault on the girl Kennedy. Andre says, Hakeem, you're off Empire Extreme. Like, clearly you don't understand, so I'm gonna just make you understand. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how serious this is. Andre is meeting with Nia, and Andre is being a little hoe. He acting like all he got to offer is sex and why he can't talk business. Like, it's making me see how much of a sexist that Andre is, because you constantly want to talk business. You always arranging something, but now you see this beautiful black woman in front of you, and all you could do is try to sling that dick to her instead of treating her like a business person. I wasn't feeling that. I love you, Andre, anyway, but I I really wasn't. So he's like really trying to push up on her, like, we need to finish this conversation in the hotel room. She's like, listen, I don't fuck with other women's men without their permission. So Andre implies that they have an open relationship, which we know that he's fucking lying. Nia is meeting her boss at some place, and she has a duffel bag full of money, payback for the money that her husband stole from this guy. And she's saying that she can present him Lucius, business with Lucius, something that he's been wanting for so long. And the guy talks about how, he used to love Lucius's music back in the day. And I don't know, it seemed like I was confused as to whether they had good intentions or bad intentions for the company. Like, are y'all trying to take over Empire, or are y'all trying to, like, help? I don't know. Hakeem is at Lucius's house getting Bella, and he walks in talking about, where's my girl? And I'm thinking he was talking about Anika, and I feel like that's what they was trying to do. Like, who talks about their daughter? Like, Lucius considers this gesture a moment of maturity, and I felt like it was just another sign of his immaturity. You're coming in the middle of the night, waking your sleeping baby, packing her shit, and taking her out because you've had a bad night, and you need to feel loved at the end of your birthday. How fucking dare you? If you were a real father, you would have made a fucking pallet on that floor, laid down, and slept next to her. That's what you would have done. That's what a real father would have done, okay? Not pack their baby up, take their baby out at night, driving in the car, bringing her to a whole new place. No. You leave the baby where they comfortable, and you sacrifice your own comfort. That's what a father does. Mothers, too. That's how I felt. That's what I would have done. But I wouldn't be in no fucked up situation like Hakeem. All right, well, that was the episode for you. I really enjoyed that episode. It was really, really good. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you with another review for something else. Peace out.